up all night to finish my book. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to a new video. I am tired. Oh, it's so bright in this bathroom. But I gotta get ready. So I'm just gonna get ready with me while I just chat about books real quick. I'm gonna just do my hair real quick because that's just gonna be the quickest thing. But it's currently like 7 a.m. and I had to be up at like 7, and I stayed up until like 2:30 reading books. Like, it wasn't too bad staying up because I told myself I was gonna get up for 1. Well, actually, no. I was reading this book. Hold on, let me look at the name real quick. Okay, it was called Magpies and Mayhems, and I previously read the first book to the series like a day before this, a couple days before. It was called Thanian Song, and they're like standalones, but you could read them like all together as well. And I read it, Magpies and Mayhems, last night, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna read it, and then all of a sudden, I read it after I put my son to sleep, and then all of a sudden it was 12 a.m., 1 a.m. I looked at the time and I was like, oh. I just kept reading, and I really realized the time just kept like, the time was kind of going fast. So I wasn't planning on finishing the book all in one go, but on Kindle Unlimited, it says like how much longer you have, like if you have an hour left, if you have like 30 minutes left. And as I was reading, just kept reading, I was like, okay, it's just an hour and 30 minutes. I'm probably not gonna finish it tonight. I should probably just go sleep. But then I just kept reading the next chapter and the next chapter. And then I was like, oh, well, now it's just 30 minutes left. So I might as well just finish it, right? So that is how I ended up staying up until like 2:30 a.m. and just finishing that book. But like, yeah, I told myself I had to be like, by 2:30, I had to get some sleep. I couldn't like, stay up till like 4 or 5. But I'm still a little tired, but also not too tired. And the book was really good. It was really good. I like the Lefanian song. I can't know how to pronounce that one for me. But I really liked the first book in the series. I don't know, and I just wanted to read the second one so quickly, quicker than I usually do for like series of standalones, because I really was interested in the side characters having their own storyline. I was so like, because in the first book is about like a siren. The guy's like a half mer, half siren, but he's like has to stay on land. And the main girl is like I think she's human, or part human. Yeah, she's part human and like elfish. And basically, I'm trying to explain the summary of that one. Basically, in the first book is they meet and like they're instantly like attracted to each other, but they're trying to stay away from each other. But then he just keeps like feeling like this protective need to protect her, and she just keeps wanting to see him too, because he is like also a siren, but she has like these like enchantments, so his power doesn't like necessarily work on her. Like, she can block out other people's powers. And yeah, and then like she has to do like this mission to help save these people, and people keep coming after her. He ends up protecting her, and then they just like, they like fall in love and anything like that. But the side characters are the best friends of each of the main characters, right? And it was the side characters are Jordan and Sydney. And Jordan is a vampire, and Sydney is like what is it called? Like a shifter, but she's kind of like a magpie shifter, so she can shift into a bird. And when Jordan and Sydney first met in the first book, they instantly like ran away from each other, and they kept running away from each other. And they didn't want to like see each other, and they kept avoiding each other. So I was like, why do they keep running away from each other? I was so interested, because usually when you see side characters in a book, usually they meet and then like they have some kind of like storyline for why they don't want to like see each other. But I never like really been so entertained by them just constantly running away from each other and avoiding each other. And I thought it was so funny. And I was so interested in like, why are these characters running away from each other? And I liked both characters a lot. So that's why I read the second book so fast. So Magpies and Mayhem is about Jordan is a vampire and Sydney is a magpie shifter. And basically they knew each other from childhood, and Jordan turned into a vampire. She's like, what happened? Because they knew he was her childhood crush, and then he just disappeared, and then she kind of moved on. It was just a childhood crush, right? And then she was like, well, what happened to him? And he was avoiding her because he was from a past life, and then she was like, she wanted to keep seeing him, but she also was like, why is he avoiding me? She wanted answers. But then she got this like dragon egg, and he's like fire resistant, so she needed his help with a dragon egg, and that's how he kept kind of like coming around. But honestly, he helped with the dragon egg like halfway through the book. It was more just like, I don't know, not exactly how I thought it was gonna go, but I really liked it. Okay, I'm actually basically done getting ready, but let me just clean up a little bit. But yeah, when I read the first book, it was on my TBR, like Kindle TBR, for a long time. It was in my library for a long time, and I thought it was gonna be like, it sounded really interesting, but it just wasn't that vibe I was going for at the moment. But then I read it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, it was surprisingly good. I didn't think it was gonna be bad, but it was like surprisingly like very interesting, and I fell like into the characters so fast. Like, it just was fast paced, also had a lot of plot. It was like steam, spicy, but had like a lot of plot. So it was like a mixture of romance, spicy, like mystery, action. It was just like everything was like so well put together. And I feel like that's kind of rare for Kindle Unlimited. I feel like, well, when I find these books, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like such a good book on Kindle Unlimited. And then I say, oh, it's so rare to find books on Kindle Unlimited. But I say that because it takes me forever to find these really good books on Kindle Unlimited. I'd be searching for hours or days until I find a book, or I'm going through like books I'm DNFing, and then I'm like, I download a book and I'm like, oh, I don't like this, DNF it. So it's like, I feel like it takes me a while to find like a really good book on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, but yeah, and then I would give the first series 5 stars, and I feel like the second series, I feel like it's 5 stars, but I also kind of do like 4 out of 5 stars because it's like a little bit things I could have wanted more of or wish went about differently. But I feel like, does anybody else kind of like rate their books kind of like different? Like, I love slow burn, right? And sometimes I DNF or rate books slower if they're not slow burn. But this book also, sometimes I love fast paced spice. I think it's just not fast paced spice necessarily, but like, because paranormal ones are usually fast paced spice. And would I like love it to be slow burn? Yes. But sometimes the fast pace is also really good because I think it's just the writing. I think it just depends on the writing, how and the like situation. I am all done. That was a really quick get ready to me, but that's why I want to do it real quick, just so I can chat about book, but not chat too long. But I just want to like sum it up real quick. Basically, for both books, I really like the writing. I really like the characters' relationship, the way they, like, even if it was like spicy kind of fast, the way the writer like developed a relationship and had like a lot of meaningful moments. Like, they had a lot of meaningful talks and like past trauma, past history that they talked about, and it was about the characters opening up. And I just feel like it was written really well, and they both like, well, obviously you want both the couples to fit each other, but the writer just like wrote them really good. Each character has their own personality. They had all their own moments, and you got a vibe for like everybody, but it didn't feel like boring. And yeah, I don't know, I just think the characters were written really well, and it's just fun. It's just so much fun reading like paranormal and fantasy books again, because it just makes it more like an interesting twist, So yeah, that's my little rant about that book. Thank you for watching the Get Ready with me. I just want to do like a quick Get Ready with me while I just ramble about that book, and I'll probably talk more about this book later, but yeah, see you guys in the next video.